Welcome to our It's Electra series.
In this series, we're going to share with you gear based on and inspired by the Electra distortion circuit.
Join us on this journey where we get the most tone out of the least circuit. Today, we are going to solve an internet discussion. A certain pedal manufacturer has made everything about the box. Does it matter if you have the box? Today, we're going to answer that question.
Is the box ever valuable?
If you have these, you want the box. So that's where we're headed today.
So, in researching the Electra distortion, I started talking to a guy named Steve Higdon, who pointed me in a lot of great directions for that series, gave me a lot of information, talked to me a lot about different things, and ended up sending us a handful of original MPC modules and a handful of not so original MPC modules. But one of the coolest things that he sent to us was the Electra MPC box that he designed. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm guessing he built it for us.
Right.
I don't know if he designed it all or not, but he definitely built it for us. And this is great because if you run across some Electra MPC modules,
and you don't have the guitar,
you can still use them. Also, if you have the guitar and have the modules, but always like, man, I really like the sound of this phaser, I wonder what it would sound like with, say, the strat. Mm-hmm. You could do that. Maybe you just want to put it on the floor in pedal shape, and that's what this allows you to do. Very cool. Very cool. So
what's in the box?
Let's flip to the pedal cam.
What's in the box?
And what are we going to start with? We're going to start with the Elmo Overdrive for MPC by RFO Electronics. So Jeffrey sent this to us. 3D printed box, made the circuit, put the circuit board in, based on, I believe, his Elmo Overdrive that he sells in pedal form. Very cool guy, cool box.
It's all about the box today.
We decided we would put it in the box to check it out. So here it is. We have one knob. That one knob controls whatever parameter would be controlled by the knob on the guitar. On-off switch, you have an input jack, an output jack, and there's a TRS jack on the back too.
And an LED light.
An LED light. And power supply. And then if you open it up, see,
if you get the,
we made everything so pretty for you.
It's like a Russian stack doll here.
If you open it up, there's a place to take our Elmo and slide it in. Then we can shut the box.
More statics? No.
More statics and pops. Push the input in. Now we're good to go. So we thought for this episode, we're not going to dive into what each module really does or the things. We're going to do that later. We're going to go through every module and document it and what it does. And in part of doing that, we might use the box for some of that. So I think we
check it out. I'll give you the clean tone. One of the Beard Strats. 2014. I just make up numbers. It's not 2014.
That's 1999.
Right. We're gonna party like it's 1999 through the Tyler JT22. With the, I'm just gonna start calling this saccharin, the sweetener. I always have to have something because So it's got that. So I'm gonna play in the second position.
Interesting story.
Yes.
Nothing to do with the video. This color, this teal green transparent, my wife thinks is the ugliest guitar I own and would give it away probably to the right person. I saw an Instagram post from another guitar company with a new color, and it was like that spot on.
It's like the bell bottoms all coming back.
It's coming back, right? I had a kid with bell bottoms on the other day, and there's a few mullets walking around the school, so
I'm down with one of those. You guess which one.
This is coming back. Here we go. The Elmo. Very cool. What I love about this, other than it sounding good, is that he's making them now.
Right.
So if you do get an MPC guitar and you don't have the outrageous money,
you need both of your kidneys, for example,
right, to spend on a module on eBay for like an original module on eBay. He's making these now, and honestly, I have the paperwork that Steve sent us for the box. We're calling it the box now. It's the adapter system for MPC modules. But he has this note down here, and I think it's worth reading. It says, please remember the performance of this system is limited by the capabilities of the MPC modules. Due to compromises inherent in the design of the original modules, you may notice in some cases the input signal is degraded by loading of the MPC circuit. With some modules, the overall output signal may be diminished in relationship to the bypass signal. These are inherent problems with the vintage MPC modules and do not indicate a problem with the adapter system. Mm. So what I thought is kind of interesting about that, when you got guys like Jeffrey over at RFO that are making their kind of versions of these things, they're probably not only cost as much as you would spend on eBay to buy a vintage one, but probably component-wise and thought behind it's probably a little bit better too. Mm-hmm. And I know he's interested in looking at some of the schematics that we found through this and maybe reproducing some of the other effects. So we're definitely going to keep an eye out to see what he does. But more on that drive later. So moving on, we thought we would just like scream into the microphone, throw a couple in. How about the MPC1 Phaser, which really seems to be one of our favorite.
It is.
You want to take it on a test spin? There?
Yeah. I'm going to stay with the same three chords, but in a different pattern.
Now, one thing we found out you can do, there's a TRS jack on the back of this. I don't think that our expression pedal is the right, what is that called? Impedance.
Yeah, we've tried a couple different ones. We've tried some of the ones that Mission was kind enough to help us out.
Yeah.
If you like that one, you'll like this one.
One of one.
They were kind enough to send us this one-off.
Which is will be living on my board.
Right.
I need to order.
We wanted to show it in the video first, and this is maybe not the official video we're showing it, but yeah, we could show you, but basically it wasn't right. All the way back was fast. It got slower, and then got all the way fast. It never got to the slowest
Hand me the cord. We'll plug it in real quick.
You mean the rattlesnake cable? That one?
Yes, the rattlesnake.
You want the
plug.
You want the right angle end, though? Takes two of us to wrangle. Crikey! This here's a 90-foot cable.
So when you plug in the expression pedal, it bypasses the knob on the top. And the expression pedal is controlling it. Like I said, I'm not sure we have the exact right... I don't think it's impedance. Whatever it is.
Polarity? I'm just throwing out words.
Should I fast forward? The potentiometer should be whatever it should be. I'm not sure we're in the right spot, but
that really cleared it up.
Right, it does work. But he's right. We get back to not quite as slow as it should go, and then it kind of speeds up with the one that we have. But we'll show you what that looks like real quick. Did the other one slow down a little bit more?
The other mission?
Yeah.
Let's try. How to make a really short video really long.
Right.
We're gonna do an episode about that. We have one more expression pedal, dude. We've gone this far.
Try one more here. We have the old Moog that we used before we moved to the mission stuff.
We upgraded.
Right. Seriously. Let's see what that one does.
It's different. It still never got to the slowest slow, but it got slower.
Right.
But there's something about all of these that the heel
speeds
back up. But
right. Just to be clear, not a knock.
No.
Because we're not matching up right. Something we're not matching up
it's
right.
clearly a user error.
Right. It's not
not the first, not the last.
Right. And so
just one of them.
We big fans of the mission stuff if you haven't seen some of the other stuff that we've done.
Just to remind you of what the gloriousness of the slowest speed sounds like. That's great.
It's a nice sounding. And there's some speculation out there that well, watch the phaser video when we get to it. I don't want to talk out of turn. All right, so then one more that we're going to try out here, and we're going to switch players. Do you want to set that on?
Oh, I'd love to hold this.
We have the Oregon Overdrive, and boy, we're totally here. Passing
all this. Well, let me pass through the mission again. Here we go.
So this is the Oregon Overdrive, and I thought it would be fun just to read, or maybe we should save that for when we do the episode.
Is this the one that had the great word in it?
Yeah.
No, we should do it now. We'll do it twice. It's so nice. It's like New York, New York.
All right, so Oregon Overdrive. This is a unique circuit built into the Power Overdrive module, but there's nothing left of the original circuit. It is handmade and definitely a kludge. But, as I described in my email, it is a single transistor stage followed by a diode clipping stage, so it bears some topological similarity to the mythical Electra distortion or Electra Overdrive circuit. Here, the MPC knob is output level, and so why you look up the word...
So, inquiring minds want to know what the kludge is a kludge. A kludge is a workaround or quick and dirty solution that is clumsy, inelegant, one of my new favorite words, inefficient, difficult to extend, and hard to maintain.
So
clumsy, inelegant, inefficient.
So this would be the closest thing we have right now to the actual, until we get some of the other ones that people are sending us, the actual Electro distortion circuit. So here we go, the Oregon Overdrive.
gets gnarly in a hurry.
It does that Electra distortion thing that we've been talking about so much. When you roll the volume back, it cleans up, but it still has that kind of high end
sparkle. It's very chimey. It's very compressed and very chimey.
Right. Do we want to throw the
we do.
expression pedal on?
Which one worked?
I think it was the
Red Mission?
Yeah. All right, so now we have the Red Mission plugged in. He's going to back it off. I thought it was kind of cool the way it affected the sound.
I'm going to go all the way. It's like the MXR Blue Box lives in there somewhere.
Yeah, it gets a little
spitty.
You
turn into a fuzz.
I almost want to get the Believe and put an octave in front of it, right? So anyway, Steve Higdon's Electra MPC. What's the official name? Adapter system for MPC guitars. MPC, the box.
Yeah, he has the adapter system. It doesn't quite have the same ring.
All right, so that's that. Anything else to add?
No, it's a really cool concept, and at some point, promising something we'll deliver. We will, when we get into the cartridges, we'll put it in the guitar, and we'll put it in the box, and just see what the difference is with it going directly into the circuit and down here.
Yeah, because the guitar would be pre-volume knob.
Right.
So your guitar is getting the full force before the volume. When you go to the box, it's post-volume knob. So you couldn't take the organ overdrive and roll your volume knob back and get it to clean up.
Just disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's great. It's a great concept. And like you said, if you can't go on eBay and buy the MPC, which is right there, you could still have this technology. And
it's... I'd love to have a conversation someday, like... Because it's such a unique idea. The modules in the guitar are a unique idea. One box that can take a whole bunch of different modules. We've seen pedals. We did the Tremolo series and Leslie series had the Line 6 pedal that you could put the modules in and out of. So we put a Leslie pedal in, we put a tremolo in. Both of them sound really good. People have tried this, like to really market this idea of one box, flip the modules. But it doesn't seem like anybody's ever nailed it. With an analog circuit. You know, with digital circuits, you know, I guess you can go buy a Helix and have it all.
Right.
But,
it's all in one box.
Anyway. So, with that, I think thank you to everybody taking the time to watch. Thank you for subscribing, hitting the notification bell, like button, leaving comments anytime you interact with the channel. Really helps the show. We really appreciate that and are glad that you're along for the ride.
With that, I'm PJ on behalf of the Beard, reminding you, no matter what you hear, you never have too much gear.
Yep.